Now that you've learned everything you need to create director movies, I now need to go over how to publish and distribute your movies when they're finished. You have several ways for distributing your director projects to users. You can distribute a movie in the Shockwave Player format. This will play your director movie in a browser. You can also export a movie as a digital video, or you can distribute it as a standalone projector. Standalone projectors can contain the software necessary to play back the movie, or they can use an installed Shockwave player to play the movie independent of a browser. Now, Shockwave content is a compressed version of only the movie data. A projector is a standalone version of a movie. You can include one movie in a projector that links to other external movies, or include several movies in a single projector. The system handles projectors as executable application files, much as you would double-click on an application on your desktop to launch it. Movies that are distributed from the internet can begin playing as soon as the content of the first frame is downloaded in a process called streaming. To create Shockwave content that can play back in a browser, you'll want to use the File Publish command right here. But before doing that, you'll want to set up your Publish settings by choosing the option right above that, Publish Settings. Notice that brings up this very involved Publish Settings dialog with multiple tabs here across the top for controlling your formats, your publishing formats, projector options, files that will include linked cast files, extras, and more. Shockwave tab for controlling image compression, audio compression, and more. An HTML tab for indicating how Director will set up the HTML page that will have the Shockwave file, the DCR file, embedded into it, and then an image tab. So in this section of the tutorial, I'll be going through the various options here in the Publish Settings dialog in detail. Now, if you use the default Publish Settings, Director creates an HTML page that is completely configured with embed tags and everything else you need to run your movie in a browser. By default, Director saves all these new files in the same folder as your original Director movie, so usually it's a good idea to organize your workspace so that your Director movie is in the place that you want all of your published files to be located. Director provides several features to prepare movies for distribution. These features include determining publish settings, as I just showed you, and also deciding which extra extensions to include, exclude, or download. You can also preview your movie in a browser before you choose your publish settings options. You can do that by choosing File, Preview in Browser. That'll open up your browser that you've set up in your Preferences dialog, which I'll show you in a follow-up movie. Notice that it's loading this in Firefox, and now here is my project, playing pretty much the same that it did in Director, but this time it's in a browser. So let me now move on to the next movie and go over in detail how to preview a movie in a browser, including how to select the kind of browser, the specific browser you want to preview your Director files in.